Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. I'm collecting madness. There's always madness in love, and we love collecting. So guys, if you're as mad as I am about collecting, and if you're new here, you already know, head down, smash that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button because it does help out the videos. We have a goal of 1,250 subscribers, and we're already almost there, guys, so I'm super excited about that. It's been a while since I've done a video, and what better way to come back than to do Star Wars. I'm super excited to get into this guy, so let's dive in. That's what she said, but enough about that. Let's get serious. And speaking of serious, this guy looks serious. He means business. He absolutely meant business in the show and in Rebels as well. Now, a lot of people are not a fan of how he looks. However, it doesn't really bother me, although I do agree that they could have done better because of Revenge of the Sith and his species. But moving on from that, I love his Sith eyes here in the front, that crimson red lightsaber, double bladed, which does spin. I don't know if the figure does. I haven't seen reviews on this guy yet, so I'm excited to look at that and let you guys know. Other than that, you got the classic cigar band wrap style as the Star Wars boxes typically do. Another image of the figure there. Legal stuff on the back, and it's your standard Hot Toys shoebox style. You then are greeted with a beautiful art print insert. I love these. This looks more like the figure photography here. You got some sparks or smoke effects, and then the city. I forget the name of the city of the show, but that's where he is based in. And then lifting off that slip cover, you can see the Grand Inquisitor as well as all his accessories in the clamshell, and we're going to get all that stuff out. Take a look at this guy because it's got some tape here, and then we'll go over the accessories, and yeah, we'll see what we all think. Alright guys, so here's everything that the Grand Inquisitor comes with, and as my buddy Hot Toys Hotline would say, there's not enough hands. You do get a fisted hand for the left and the right, even though this is a gripping, this is more closed. Another gripping one, and then an open force gesturing or open palm hand, whatever you want it to be. This is super cool. You get a hologram of Darth Vader. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited to receive this figure from the show, especially with that split cut helmet. That's like my most anticipated figure of this of my pre-orders. And then you get this hologram base, which is really cool. Not one of those Jedi ones that we're used to. Pegs right in, and it stands well on its own. Next, you get two sets of lightsabers. You get one with the USB function, and then you get one without. Now, unfortunately, these do not spin. They are stuck, sculpted on the plastic. That is a little unfortunate. I would have been like to, pose it at different angles and do stuff, but it is what it is. And so then you take these blades and you can peg in whatever one you want, whether you want the straight blade like this or the swooshing effect, which would make it look like it's spinning. So it's kind of cool. It does add some weight, and it is a kind of clear translucent red plastic that fades darker to lighter as you go up towards the top here to really give that swoosh effect. And then same could be said here. It's not as clear as most recent ones have been. It is pretty red, and I do like that. Now let's move on to the base. It is your standard Hot Toys base. Just about every single figure comes with this. And get that plastic off. With that gorgeous reflective Star Wars Grand Inquisitor nameplate on the front. Now, speaking of these other accessories, this is my first Hot Toy USB lit up lightsaber figure, and I really like how Hot Toys did this. This cord is a little bit lengthy so that you can hide it, but what's really cool is they give you two different options with this battery pack to display. You can either clip it on his belt side and it pegs in right in the back there, or you can clip it to the display stand if you are worried about ruining your figure, and that is a really cool touch. So I am going to get this lit up for you guys so you guys can get an idea of how bright it is. I'm going to compare it to a different lightsaber that's non-USB and just the button cell battery powered, and we'll see what we think. Now you can multi-tap with the USB here. This would go into the battery pack, and then this will plug into the back of your figure to light his chest up. You will see that later. For right now, we are going to focus on the USB lightsaber. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in to the battery pack here, and then we're going to plug in our USB type C here. We're going to hit the on switch, and you can see they light up. Careful you don't get blinded there. And then you can peg in, and I'm going to do two different sides, the lightsaber that you want. And in this blown out lighting, you really can't tell a difference. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn down the lighting, and I'll be right back. So you can see there is still some lighting behind me, so you can get an idea of how bright these really are. And if you go even darker, not saying your display would be like that, but it does light up pretty well in the night for it being a light, and it does, point the light. You can see it reflecting there on the ground. But once light is brought into it, it kind of washes out. So it's not as bright as a CCFL or anything like that. The only bonus pro I guess I would give this is that it's not going to die quickly if you leave it on. I don't know if it heats up yet. I would assume because it's LED, it will not burn hot. So that is also a pro. The only con that I've seen is it's about the same as you would get with a standard Hot Toys button cell light up lightsaber. The only thing different, like I said, is it being plugged in so it won't die. Now this doesn't mean Hot Toys won't innovate and get better at this. I still think I'm really impressed, and this is the right step in the right direction, so props to Hot Toys. So now what I'm pulling in is an Obi-Wan Kenobi light up arm lightsaber, just button cell. Gonna turn this on, and you can see it is just about the same. It does just about the same thing. Now I know this one is blue, so it may seem brighter versus the red. All my red ones, if I had them, were hooked to a figure and I didn't want to mess with it. But I can pop a red blade on here just to see. Now it won't look entirely the same because it is a blue LED, but you can get an idea of what it would look like with the red lightsaber. Now I feel like these would have shined a bit better. I don't know if it's because it's blue or that this red is a bit more punchy compared to the old ones, which are more translucent to allow light to pass through. So I don't know. I think Hot Toys just has to play with it, but at the end of the day, I'm still happy with this. All right, so here I have it plugged in the back. Took a little bit. I had to turn the light back on. But now let's see how that looks. Super bright. I really like that. And it has a function to turn both on. Now I don't know what the other on side does, because there's like two on sides on this thing. Oh, well, it lights both of them on. So that's weird why there's two on switches. You would think it just lights one, but they both light. So I don't know. Now let's get the man himself out here, the Grand Inquisitor. I think the head sculpt is fantastic. You can really see the detail in the eyes and that Sith look, the paint apps, the red coming down his cheeks there, the detail and sculpted at the top of his head and his forehead, these ear covers here, and everything is just made out of plastic. There's not much weathering. The rest of them is fabric. If you have Kylo Ren, that's what this reminds me of. All these armor pieces, you can hear, they are just velcroed on, so shouldn't hinder posing much. You can take off the gauntlet in the hand when putting the wire through for the USB. The thigh plates here are also on Velcro and made out of plastic. ratchets in the knee there, if you heard it, fabric pants. These boots, they are all pleather, so do be careful with them. They kind of remind me of the Han Solo ones. Not much tread there, but you do get the Hot Toys and Lucasfilm stamp. Then on the back, more pleather, more of that armor plating, the attachment point for his lightsaber, and I do know that these pieces on the belt here have a luminous effect if you have a UV blacklight. However, I don't have one, so I couldn't show you that at this time. And then you have a pin there, and then as we saw earlier, this lights up via USB. Now for articulation, I guess you can move these out the way over the shoulder to move them up because they are on Velcro. That's a nice touch. He does have double bend ratchets at the elbow, and his hand just came off, but it pegs right back in. I think that's because of the gauntlet there. It's very tight. That tends to happen. Not gonna bug me. Double bend at the knee on soft ratchets as well. You get pivot, twist. Not going to do too much because I don't want to start messing with this pleather, but you get the point. Goes forward and back a little bit. This collar piece does kind of hinder, and there's not much side to side, but he does look left and he does look right. Now the wire, or the hood comes over, but there's no wire in it. There's no wire in the cape. However, it is very, very detailed, and it has this nice pattern on the inside. It's a punchy dark burgundy red, and then you have just a black fabric on the back, and it just drapes, as I said, on the back of him, showing that point of attachment for the lightsaber. There's a magnet back here, and his lightsaber literally just sticks on. It's a pretty sturdy thing, and it just finds itself, and you could center it there, and that's pretty cool. Also, a final thing I wanted to point out, when you pop his head sculpt off, I've never seen this. Usually it's one solid piece. Maybe it's to raise it up over this collar piece, but there is this clear plastic down here at the bottom. I like to take off the plastic underneath the neck, so I noticed that when I did that. Feel like you can never go wrong with a walking pose. Overall thoughts on this guy is, I think he's pretty basic in my humble opinion. He doesn't really come with much. It's your basic like gesturing Jedi hands and like the lightsabers and stuff like that. The cool factor of this guy is that he is the first one I've received via USB Type-C. For the lightsaber. I think that's a really, really cool innovation by Hot Toys, and I really hope they continue to try and improve it and make that LED brighter, and just do different things with it, new technology, as they are always improving, and I absolutely love it. Not a fan of the pleather on the boots. I wish they would start using real leather. However, this is what they've been using for years, and I'm going to keep using, you know, the leather wipes or whatever people have to treat their pleather. I do it all the time, so I will continue to keep these in good condition, and we'll see how they last over time. I'm sure it won't be that big of a deal. Now, his sculpt is great, tailoring's great, the cape is great. I do wish it had a little bit of a wire for more poses, but hey, can't win them all. And again, Hot Toys nailed this. I do like the figure in the show. He's not my favorite character out of all characters, but I had to have him because I need him flanking Vader, and he did send out his Inquisitors to take out the rest of the Jedi to finish the job of Order 66 while he focused on other things in his life. But enough about all that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. Again, if you're new and you made it this far, please consider subscribing. Hit the link down below. Also, if you made it this far, the giveaway is at the end of this video. I'll probably put a little text in the front of the video because I forgot to mention it. But other than that, I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright guys, so here we have the random wheel spinner. Have all the names here. You got 10 entries. What we're going to do is shuffle it once, shuffle it twice, and then I'm going to spin this thing. And good luck to all who entered. Oh, alright. It looks like Coal Guy Joe 99. I will reach out to you as soon as I can. I'll post it in the comments. If not, hit me up, and if he doesn't respond, I'll draw another winner. But that's it, guys. Thank you, and congratulations to him again. Take care, guys.